Well, time to take on the final side stuff that I'm gonna be taking care of before I start on patch 3.4. Dinner for 4. Where is this one? Somewhere in the pillars. Sky Pirates. There it is. The Astrologian area. Alright, so we're gonna be playing with some Sky Pirates. Ah, yeah, the look of a lad who's seen his fair share of trouble. Mayhap you'd be willing to help me with mine. I need a capable sort to head into the Sea of Clouds and track down my missing airship. I had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built, so winning the contract to ferry supplies out to Cloudtop was a real weight off my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Ishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse of her sails ever since. I can't help fearing the worst. What if she's been run afoul of Sky Pirates? My creditors will have their pawns of flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you. That no honest merchant is safe now that airship production has, if you'll excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coin and a vague sense of direction can terrorize the skies. Oh yes, this new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers braving the unknown, but the truth of their nature is right there in the name. Sky Pirates. Given the chance, given half a chance, they'll strip your airship of every last scrap of cargo and cry "Yahar!" as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop. That's where the shipment was bound, and inquire as to the fate of my poor ship. Oh, and my poor helmsman. Ask Rondermont. He'll know, if any man does. Alright, Camp Cloudtop we go. And I can just go from here. Airship ticketer. I need to get to Camp Cloudtop. Camp Cloudtop. I cannot speak. Alright. Beats warping here. I stated at the start of the Warring Triad stuff that I'll be getting to the Coils of Bahamut at a later date because it takes way too long to queue for that stuff as a DPS. Hell, probably even as a healer and a tank because I don't think it's in the any of the roulettes. A supply ship has gone missing, you say? Well, that would certainly explain why our provisions are so late in arriving. I did in fact spy a vessel charting an erratic course northwards a short while ago, but it seemed disinclined to make port here. I paid it little mind. Not the most compelling piece of evidence, I grant you, but I've witnessed naught else of interest. I suggest you investigate the landmass to the north. Rest assured, I will send word if I spy any other sign of our errant supply ship. Okay. Follow the arrow on the map. It will not lead you astray, most of the time. Can I get there? It's about 50-50, so no. Oh yeah, and in terms of the special little dancer highlight, that's actually going to be going up after all the Alliance Raid VODs are up on YouTube. Aid! Aid, I say! These villains mean to plunder my cargo! What do we got here, then? You think you're some sort of hero, do you? Well then, you won't mind if me mates here join the fun? Make for a more heroical tale, won't it? Tale of how 3 sky pirates fed a middling little shite his own bloody eyes. And he's coming around for another path. What the? Oh, gods, I know that ship. It's what? So you're the Scrags have been dragging our good name through the mud. You're a red-billed Leoford. Ain't done naught to you yours. What do you want with us? I think I made my position pretty clear. You take on the mantle of Sky Pirate, you agree to a certain code of conduct. And codes ain't worth much if folk go around breaking them. Frankly, lads, you're making us look bad, and we can't have that. No hard feelings, though, eh? Damn. Unforgiving. He's got a gun! Oh, thank you, Mr. Leoford. Thank you. I'm certain my master will wish to repay you. If your employer does business in Ishgard, he likely knows a merchant or two what trades with me associates. Tell him to say it's for Leoford, and any reward should reach me soon enough. As for you, adventurer, 'tain't often someone beats me to the scene. But then I'd expect not less from a hero such as yourself, Throat. That is who you are, isn't it? I don't know many other folk with one of them marvelous mana cutters the Ironworks dreamed up. Yeah. Well then, seems you've saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I've been hoping to have a word with you see. I'll put it to you straight. I need someone to help out with a little venture I have in mind. Someone used to taking a few risks. Now this wouldn't be no black-hearted brigand's work, so don't go worrying yourself on that account. Unlike them thieving curs just now, I don't hold with robbing honest folk. For me, you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. Freedom to go where you will, to find out what lies beyond the next cloud. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for me standard in northern reaches of the blue window. Someone will be waiting there to greet you. So do I have no choice but to accept now? Am I recruited, or is it recruit or die, or I guess I have no choice but to keep going. Guy blasted those 3 pirates off the edge. Ah, okay. Going that way. Okgundu Naki. Oh wow, you really do kind of need flying in order to get here. Ah, you must be, that guy's associate. That's far enough, stranger. If you value your life, tell me true. Did you stumble across this marker by chance, or are you here by invitation? I'm here because your leader invited me? Then that would make you the hero the captain said to watch out for. Well met. Name's Stacia. Leoford would call me his right-hand woman, but I feel more like his bloody nursemaid, God's truth be told. Anyway, thanks to you for coming to hear him out. If you follow me, I'll take you to the Red Bill's nest. Ah, another Sky Island. Oh wow, it's basically a home above the clouds here. They've got clothes drying. They've probably got a nice little kitchen. And enough fresh air to fill your nose for a lifetime. Okay. I come to you in person and you still refuse my offer? Arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Radila, I bow to your superior knowledge, but that's all the bowing you'll get from me. As I've told you a dozen times before, I ain't no one's lackey. But my dear Leoford, how else do you propose to survive the expedition into that ghost ship? I would fear for my life with naught but your feeble crewmates at my back. While I'd fear for my life with your mangy crew at my back on account of them being murderous, untrustworthy bastards to a man. I thought you were cleverer than this, Red Bill. But no matter. I always get what I want in the end. 'Tis merely a question of method. Hi. Now there's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of Leoford's little birds. He's a guest. You understand the concept, don't you? You know, when someone is invited instead of just bursting through the door whenever she damn well pleases. Radlia. That was Radlia, captain of the Talons. She knows Leoford's the best sky pirate alive, and the fact he won't join her sticks in her craw. Are you gonna let them talk to you like that, Captain? We should teach them Red Bill some respect. Patience. When all this is over, we shall see who rules the skies. Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose. There we go. Ho there, hero. I promised you high adventure, and high adventure you shall have. For we plan to board the Sea of Clouds' very own ghost ship. On what folk have taken to calling one, anyway. Every day for the past few weeks has brought with it a new sighting of the selfsame vessel. A massive airship of queer design to drift on the wind. So, like, rainbow-colored, or... Anyway. Being a curious lot, there were a few buccaneers who tried exploring below decks, but not one of them's been seen since, and so naturally, they're saying the ship is cursed. Well, haunted. Like I said, an honest-to-God's ghost ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the Alligans, but we won't know for sure until we've had ourselves a good poke around inside, and liberated whatever ancient treasure she's got away in her hold, of course. But before we start dividing up the spoils, we've got to find the damn thing, which is why we've been working on a special new device. But finding her will be the easy part. What we can't do without is a veteran explorer who ain't afraid of flinging himself face first into the jaws of danger. Now, I know you're a gallant champion of the people and all, but strip away the fame and glory, and I'll wager you're still an adventurer at heart. So what say you, Throat? Fancy a plunge into the unknown at the side of the Red Bills? Oh, that I cannot deny. Then it's settled. Let's pay a visit to our crewmate, Utada. She's been working on a way to track the vessel. Oh, my nose is itchy. Alright. She is a precious being and must be protected at all costs. Greetings, the name's Utada. I suppose you'd call me the Red Bill's chief of engineering, smithing, carpentry, magitech. If it's part of an airship, I can fix it. Just don't expect to see me waving a cutlass or swinging over the rails. If there's fighting to be done, well, that's what we have you for. Utada seems eager to share her findings on the ghost ship. Ah. This is the Red Bill's version of Tataru. Well met, ladies and gentle pirates. Now that we appear to have our hero, I'm happy to report that we've overcome the last obstacle of boarding the ghost ship. Meaning your project is proceeding as planned? That's it. That it is, Captain. I knew this would be the perfect place to take readings. The scant amounts of background ether make it easy to follow the derelict's trail. Ghost ship has what Utada tells us is a unique etheric signature. She's been building a device which can sniff out this particular spectral flavor and point us in the right direction. I call it the ectocompass. It's allowed me to collect some solid data on the vessel's movements and plot a reliable intercept course. No groping blindly through the clouds for us. Lest the clouds file a restraining order. All the ships are loaded and ready to fly. Just say the word, Captain. Utada, you'd best stay here out of harm's way. Keep an eye on them ether trails, eh? Aye, Captain. Grab an armload of treasure for me. Now we've got no way of knowing what's waiting for us on that cursed Hulk throat. So you'd best bring along a few mates that you know you can trust. Don't hurt to be too careful, seeing as how you'll be going in first and all. I did tell you you're going to be going first, didn't I? Well, you will. Good. The rest of us will be guarding the rear just in case Radley and her brood decide to stick their beaks in where they ain't wanted. Don't worry, she'll not get past us, so you can concentrate on carving a path into the ship's belly. An honest to God's ghost ship. Oh, this is gonna be an adventure and a half. Which means the Void Ark is now accessible. Leofer will be taken by Ectocompass with him. Just follow his lead and you'll arrive at the derelict soon enough. Who knows what wondrous trinkets will await you inside. I can imagine. Alright. 1 of 3, the Void Ark. Oh yeah, fun fact, I did not actually complete this raid series until after I was done with the Yorha Alliance raids from Shadowbringers on my main. Apply. Perfect. Commence. And yep, I've got expanded inventory now. Don't want to do the full inventory because that kind of comes out a little too small. Oh god, it sounds like the Emerald randomizer on GDQ right now is going well. Oh my god. You're killing me at 2 DPS. At least it fills up quickly after that, because I'm at the front of the queue. Frank says hi. You, the 1 DPS, there you go. You did it. Finally taken on the Void Ark, and it's been 40 minutes since I started the stream. The Shadow of Mhach. The Void Ark. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be treasure waiting for us. If those things are there as well. Alright, let's do this. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's go on ahead and hit another enemy because I don't want to waste that dual cast. Oh, upending the stuff. There we go. Ah, poop. My dual cast still needs to be used. Oh, God. Scattering us to the wind. Oh, hey, at least we're up here now. Oh, God. Just did a body slam. That takes care of all of them. Alright, on we go. Onto a collapsed piece of, debris. You know, as you do. Alright, boss time. There we go. Oh God, don't want that. Oh God, I don't want to drown. I don't want to drown. Alright. Now where is it gonna go? Over here? Hey, we got ads to take out. Oh God, I got blown away. Oh, we're closer. And now we start it again. Oh. Alright, cool. I'm in the alliance that's taking on the thing in here. A little bit of time before I drown. Cool. Alright. I can breathe again. Get in, get in, get in! And easy peasy. what do we got here? Fending hat and a maiming hat. How about no and no? I'm gonna go on ahead and move either. I'm gonna go on ahead and move those. HUD layout. The enemy list. There. Save. There we go. Now I can actually see more of the middle of the screen. Alright, take out the Marlboro. Yay, the air is clear now. We can breathe again. That was quite a bit of damage for a move. Nice. Alright, we just got these left. Void taint begins seeping into my soul. Oh, there's still one left. Well, let's hope I can use this. Oh well. Alright, I think I know how this fight goes. Oh, wow. I guess you don't want to be in the path of that when that happens. Now that's immune. Ooh, hi. You guys got I like your hair. Oh, no. Thank you. Invulnerable to magic attacks. Well, that means I'm attacking this one. Right. Okay. Invulnerable? Means I can't really do anything at the moment. Oh, right. Really bad if you don't hide behind this. Because that happens. And a quarter of our raid are dead. Don't want to get in the way of that. Because death. Ow. Please heal me. Thank you. I say to myself as I heal myself. Get away from that. This thing is almost dead. Alright, it dead. And then that dead. But I'm still poisoned, so I might be dead. God, that was close. Maiming and fending! No and no. I'll just put her right there. Ooh, jump pads. Oh, don't want to get in the way of that. I don't think I got damage from that. Good. Another jump pad. This one's going down more so than the other. Oh, nice decor. Could do with being a little more bright. Oh God. Immediately upon starting this fight, you're hit with a bleeding debuff. Good. I'm glad I moved to the left. I would have become a mashed potato. Cool. Well. Might be a good idea to get closer to these guys. Ow. It's all gone foobar. Oh, that ain't doing anything. Oh, I'm gonna be dead in here in a second. Yep. Sort of jumped into a thing that I didn't mean to jump into. I'm basically the caster version of a Dragoon. It's almost dead. Fending, no, and healing, no. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's an ominous door. And a snake lady. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say I tapped that, but after that, it's the blade arms. I'm just not into that. Yes, move me in. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Did I just get a big old lag spike? It took forever for me to stop casting that when I moved. I've been having some issues with that when I've been trying to do duty support stuff on my main to level up some other jobs. Ow! The hell? close. Alright, look away from that. Very nice. Oh, I couldn't get my flesh off. Oh, God. Move, 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 move. Oh, okay. You're doing that while we're taking on these guys. Good to know. Oh. Okay. Oh, and that's it. Cool. And that is the first of 3 Alliance raids in this series. Void Arc complete. Alright, so we have some gear and a player accommodation. Healer. Wind up Echidna? I'll do that. Heal? A lot of fending and healing. Not really needing any of that, and definitely not that. And I didn't get anything. Okay. Off I go then. Bugger me, I expected danger, but not a hell-spawned bleeding nightmare made of flesh like that. Didn't stop you and your mates, though, did it? That's some crew you got there, and no mistake. I've been around the block or two. Hey, found a chest. Right then, let's have a look inside that dirty great coffer type thing. Something tells me it's filled to the brim with booty. You sure about that? Based on what's been around here, I wouldn't bet on it. Don't look at me, I never moved a muscle. Oh. That would do it. What in the 7 hells is that bastard doing? Cracking open the Kinder Egg and getting the surprise inside. What does it look like he's doing? This way, swiftly now! A cat? Can anyone else see that talking cat over there? Bloody hells, this adventure's getting queer by the minute. So I'd rather take my chances with a prattling puss than stay here. Get your things, mateys, we're leaving. But what about the loot? Can't spend it when you're dead. We either follow the furball or make friends with the spell-slinging Voidborn. Your choice. God damn it, how's an honest sky pirate meant to make a living? Drop the loot and go, dude. Yeah, it kind of looks like a ghost ship, doesn't it? Not some giant void scent carrier. Ship's breaking up. He's trying to bring her down? Oh, God. The Void Send is attempting to initiate a dimensional displacement, but the gate, it cannot possibly be large enough for the entire ship. Meow. Ah, the phalanges are getting into position. The Queen's coffin! He takes it beyond our reach! Taking it into the grape Kool-Aid. That's more like purple drink to me. Oh, there doesn't seem much point hanging around here. Let's get back to solid ground. Whew. And ground I cannot jump off of. This cat kind of looks familiar. Anyway. Twas a bit touch and go in places, I grant you, but here we all are, and all with our bits still attached. Calls for a foaming flagon of... Hold on, ain't we missing someone? Didn't I tell Otada to wait for us here? Never fear, we've been keeping the girl company. But enough about her. Did you see the cannon on that ship? As you know, my dear Leoford, I'm not easily moved, but the sheer power on display set me all a quiver. I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you and me. Not to presume to measure me by my own limitations. Wait, do not presume to, wow. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Which brings me neatly to the point. You have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, your engineer shall suffer the consequences. You can have it, but I don't think you're gonna like what you find. Perfect. A compass pointing the way to my just reward. A weapon like that belongs in the hands of one who had the will to use it. Come, lads, our business here is concluded. I'm sorry, Captain. They caught me off guard. You get a bang on the head or something? Man, I know would never give in to scum like her without a fight unless... What'd you do to the compass? Who, me? Not. Besides slipping the link pearl into its case and like... Haha, so long as Radley keeps it closed, you can be damn sure she will. And you can be damn sure she will. We'll know exactly what the thieving bastards are planning. Anyone care to wager how long it'll take for her to notice me little gift? It's very clever and all, but how were you proposing to stop her from getting her hands on the derelict and its great big cannon? I ain't worked that part out yet, but I suspect it'll start with us keeping a close eye on the Talons. Before we get into any of that, though, I've got some questions what need answering. You wish to know more of the Void Ark? The ghost ship, as you call it? Void Ark, so that's its proper name. Aye, I'd like to hear whatever you can tell us, Puss. And I, for my part, am curious to hear your stories. Ere we continue, however, I must insist that you address me by my proper name, Kate Sith. I will not respond to Puss or Cat, and most decidedly not verbal. Final Fantasy XIV's version of Kate Sith. My tale begins long, long ago in the city Mhach, which once stood in the lands of XIV. The sorcerers Mhach were masters of destructive magics, and they brought that terrible power to bear against the Ampetor and Nim in the War of the Magi. Nope. The titanic forces they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea. A catastrophe which my master, High Void Mage Césaire, was wise enough to foresee. There we go. Wait. Colossal flood? Are you talking about the sixth umbral calamity? Well, I suppose you could know it as such. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. When they learned of the fate that awaited them, the Mhachi Magi began construction of a gargantuan vessel that would bear the people to the skies and to safety. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to Césaire. Prior to that, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined for her outspoken opposition to the war. So the Ark was meant as a sanctuary. Then how did it come to be so, I mean, what happened to all the people, and where did all the void scent come from? By what power do you imagine such a massive craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Mhachi sorcery were made for one reason and one reason only: cataclysmic destructive power. And the swiftest and most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of the void-sent entities. So, the creatures on the derelict, they broke free from your master's control? At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Mages had entombed a great ruler of the Void Scent, Mhach, the Shadow Queen. But in order to control so potent a prisoner, a mage of adamant will was required, and being Mhach's preeminent sorcerer, Césaire was deemed best qualified, where otherwise my master might never have been released from her own imprisonment. Yet even with Césaire's peerless skill, the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, the Lesser Void Scent awoke and ran rampant within the ship. In the end, Césaire and the 53 Void Mages aboard the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to return the fiends to their coffers, leaving me, a lowly familiar, to watch over a derelict prison. If I remember me umbral eras right, the stuff you just described happened more than 1,500 years past, which is a good while by anyone's measure. And since everything seems to have been quiet on board your boat till just recently, I'm thinking something unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day, a Void Scent had taken the shape of a bat, flew into the ship. At first, it was a little more than a nuisance that I brushed away, but the longer it remained in the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually, I could not contend with its power, and it began shattering seal after seal. Ah, but you looked upon the true form of the fiend as he broke the chains holding the Queen's coffin. I can only assume that he is one of Mhaach's subjects, intent on bringing about her return. Well, that explains that, then, except for one small detail, namely where the Queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I assume it didn't just disappear, right? You recall the great rift that the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky? That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The Void Scent, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the Queen's coffin ere the wards binding Scatath are dispelled. Smells to me like an adventure. Who knows what the ancient Mhach treasures we might stumble on along the way. Gods know they'll make a nice change from all them elegant tombstones we've been collecting. Yeah, I know the feeling. I will help you. I'm not risking me hide for the sake of the realm, you understand. But I'll be damned if I let either Rodlia or that bat-winged bastard take the freedom of the skies from me. You care only for how you might be inconvenienced? If the Shadow Queen were to return, it would have dire consequences for the entire star. Count your blessings, Furball. I said we'd help, didn't I? Before we go rushing off in search of that coffin, though, there's preparations to be made. Might as well get back to your usual heroic employment, Throat. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. I have a feeling that's going to be sooner than you might think. Time is nigh, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and all of its power, and rule the skies from here to the ends of the world. Yeah, something tells me that's not going to end how you might think. That's the first section of quests done. Let's go on ahead and get the second set started, and then I'll probably end things off. Throat, I was just about to fly out to Ishgard to track you down. You remember Kate Sith and the Mhach familiar? We've been working with them on a plan to find Diabolos and the Queen's Coffin. There have been void-sent sightings from pirates all over, so we know the bat-winged bugger is hiding someplace in the sky. We just don't know exactly where. And as for going about pinpointing the location, Leoford and the feline are bickering over just exactly how. That's where you come in. If you have a spare moment or two, we could use a third opinion to break the stalemate. Besides all that, Leoford's eager to have another hand to help with the search. So, come on over to the Perrick as soon as you're able. You know the way from here, don't you? I suppose I do. Alright, I didn't get anything. Yeah, it went from a treasure hunt to saving the realm. You know, like 90% of all D&D campaigns. Thanks for coming. The captain and the cat are inside, still having their discussion. Talk to Leoford, will you, before I strangle the both of them. Okay. Well, I guess you need somebody whose hide is in between your guys's, so I guess I'm it. If you're here to ask about the Queen's Coffin, you'd best turn around and walk straight out again. This aggravating furball's turned my mood sour as a month-old all goat milk. Leoford, Throat's come all this way to help us, and help us at your request, I might add. He deserves to hear where we stand on the search, at least. The search is giving me ulcers, is what it is. By all reports, Diabolos is lurking somewhere in the heavens, building up his forces. But the sky is a vast dome, as high as the ocean is deep. We've not the pirates to scour every damn floating rock. That's when I tried my luck with Rodlia. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons? Blonde hair? One eye? Stole our bloody compass? Oh, I've been eavesdropping with that link pearl I slipped into the casing, hoping to catch something useful. But all I've heard from her and her sorry crew is snoring and grumbling and japes about the Archbishop's holy nethers. In the end, it seems we've no choice but to do this the hard way. But a certain mule and annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. You cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky with this meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate gangs a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. Ah, stow it, you mangy alley cat. Not the fanciest idea of how sky pirates operate. Best case scenario, we'd be locked into a deal to hand over any treasure we find, and that's assuming we weren't laughed out of the room to begin with. You cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we made the attempt, I'm sure we could convince some few of the nobility to our cause. And so it goes, round and round. Knowing pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this, but what of you, Throat? Any thoughts on the matter? Make it an even 2-2. And the fact that this is more important than some bloody treasure. We should seek the aid from the other crews. Why, you're siding with a furball? Would have thought you'd learned a thing or two about sky pirates by now. However we tackle things, though, we have a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can think of a better way to shorten it. Might as well head back to your adventures, Throat. Unless you're willing to lend your expertise in another matter, that is. Utata, our chief engineer, has been mumbling about the Void Ark and cursing under her breath for days. Might be as you can provide some insight into her dilemma. She's conducting her research in the Sea of Clouds, yes? Well, I should rather discuss the properties of the Void Ark than continue the fruitless debate. I shall see you down there, Throat. Seems things are going well. Oh, so there is a kitchen of sorts. When the crew's heads are filled with naught but loot and laughter, it's my job to see their bellies are filled with decent grub. That Leoford's the worst of them. Live on the gold bars and boot leather if I wasn't here to cook for him. Before I continue any further, let me do a bit of changing. I'm actually going to go on ahead and shrink alliance lists 1 and 2. About 80% for each of these. There we go. Actually going to increase the size of the enemy list. That way it's a bit easier for me to see. Put the notices up here as well. And save. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I have to go back to the City of Clouds. Sea of Clouds, not City of Clouds. This isn't Star Wars. It's not Cloud City. All the way out here, though. I have a feeling I'm supposed to fly all the way up here. I was right. You okay, you Tata? What troubles you, Mr. Sutata? We were told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. Mr. Sutata, what are you... I feel so much better now. My apologies, Kate Sif. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just as I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and fuzzy. It's this damnable ectocompass. I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that Rodlia stole. But look, it points in a completely different direction to where the Void Ark should currently be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans, the same parts. I can imagine that would be infuriating. And you're certain there are no flaws in the design or the materials? Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Throat? I don't think the compass is broken. Something may have happened to the Void Ark. Yes, the cause may indeed lie outside the compass itself. We must consider the dilemma from a broader perspective. Might you explain to us the principle by which the ectocompass tracks the Void Ark? It all comes down to etheric signature. I discovered the Void Ark is encompassed by an energy of rather peculiar composition, so I simply tuned the compass to follow its unique trail. An energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course, the Ark was propelled by the siphoned energies of Void Scent. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the ether of the entities imprisoned within? That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than one would expect. After all, Diabolos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the Ark. Are you implying that if we plotted a course based on the readings of the ectocompass, we would arrive on the demon's doorstep, so to speak? Just so, Mr. Sutata. I'm assuming my theory is correct. We no longer require outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry. And she is happy again. Almost broke Kate Sith's back, though. Oh, Stacia, what perfect timing. You won't believe the wonderful discovery we've just... Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. If it's revenge they're looking for, we'd best head back and make ready for them. Well, that ain't good. Maybe they found a way to control the Void Ark. They don't look like they're in fighting spirits. I'm glad you're here, Thrope, but I don't think they're spoiling for a fight. I don't like this threat. Why have the Talons come here without their captain? Where is Rodley at? Truce, Red Bill. We need your help to save Captain Rodlia. You're one of Rodley's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you've come crawling to me for help? What kind of unholy mess have you cretin stumbled into? It's gotta be something really unholy. Aye, we took your damn compass, but we didn't show up. But it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up at some moldy old ruins, lousy with void scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. Two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as got caught on the ground. If the captain survived the massacre, she's stuck there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give that Link Pearl a listen, Captain? Might be as we can learn if Rodley is alive or dead, at least. So much buzzing. Can't hear a blasted... Wait, I'm getting some words. They're after Mhach artifact. Damn demons are searching. Hide. And then a bunch of screaming. Seems Rodley is still kicking for now, but who knows how for how long. If those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think Talons are laying a trap here. I've half a mind to leave Rodley to her fate, but I never turn my back on an adventure. Especially when the scent of treasure's in the air, eh? Now tell me where you found these ruins. You'll help us then? You're a good man, Red Bill. We left the captain in Yafim Saltmoor, just northwest of Mordona. In Yafim, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Mhach itself. By Shanato's black heart, could they be after the Nullstone? What's that, Puss? You think you know what those fiends are after? Right. Utata, see that these talons are patched up and have the meal ready to fly. And don't spare the oil. You know I've loved to hear her purr. Throat, Stacia, bring the furball to my quarters and we'll have ourselves a chat about the impending trip to old Mhach. Well then. Leoford asks me to pay special attention to his airship. That's a sign he's fully committed to his next adventure. At the same spark right before he left to board the Void Ark. We're wondering why his ship is named Ramil? I never gave him much thought, but I'd wager it was the name of his first love, or maybe it was a pet. Well, we could probably find out from him if we become more friendly with him. I can't get on the... Let me on the table. I'm just as tall as you. I should be able to stand on the table during these. Right, Furball, let's hear about this artifact that Diabolos is looking for. If I'm to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Mhachi sorcerers would bind the Void Scent into service. The more powerful the Void Scent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. And that's why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through. And let me guess, the mage forces the Void Scent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world. That is correct, but it would be foolhardy to expect such devious, malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Mhachi Magi construct an occult device that would more securely bind the Void Scent to their will. A safeguard of sorts that, to the best of my knowledge, has yet lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort should a Void Scent break its pact and turn on its summoner. The mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. I can't see the Royals of the Void taking too kindly to a threat like that. Seems like those sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of Mhach, the ends justified the means. In any event, we can be certain that Diabolos seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure that Skadak will reign unopposed. Alright, so we know what the fiends are after, but what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards and protected by deadly guardians. And with the rising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact would be sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful Void Scent. But now that Yafim is more swamp than sea, the demons only have wards and the guardians to deal with. And I doubt they'd be wasting their time down there in the mud if they didn't have some trick to break through the wards. This becomes a race to see who can nab the treasure first, which is just the sort of contest a Sky Pirate lives for. So we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, and rescue Rodley right from under the fiend's noses. I suppose we could save her while we're poking around for loot. I'll grab the new compass from Mutata so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me out by the landing when you're ready to fly. And thus we begin the second portion of our little excursion to stop the void. We'll fly directly to Yafim from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers as you did on the Ark. Just keep slicing into the depths until you reach that nullstone. We don't want to risk getting knocked out of the sky like the Talons, so we'd best land a little ways out from the ruins and head in on foot. Furball says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bills will follow behind on rescue duty. You concentrate on smashing your path through to the artifact. We'll check the nooks and crannies for Rodlia and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins, though, eh? There's likely golems and such there what are worse than the fiends outside, and we wouldn't want our hero losing his head now, would we? Weeping City of Mhach. All right. Join. 22 minutes. And it's almost 2 hours since I started the stream. It's almost 7 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah. I'm actually going ahead and hold off on this until next time then. Yep. As much as I want to try to get it all done in one day, I don't think that's going to be possible with how long I usually stream. So, next time I take care of this, we're going to be starting immediately with the queue times for the raid. I might start the stream with halfway through the queue. But anyway, YouTube, thank you for watching, and take it easy. I'll see you later.